My name is David Carr, and today I'll be showing you how to make these laminated scrap wood coasters. Whilst you can use any type of scrap wood for the coasters, I was fortunate enough to find some block board that the university was discarding. It's quite common for universities to have this in stock, as it used to be quite popular as a board to build displays from. When looking at the end of these small panels, it's quite easy to see how the grain will come through nicely, being reminiscent of an end grain chopping board. To prepare the boards for bonding, first use a heat gun and scraper to remove the bulk of the paint, and then give the boards a light sanding to ensure a good bonding surface. Once this has been done, because the types of wood may be unknown, use an expanding glue to bond all of the parts together. After the glue is cured, give these a quick clean up before sanding the faces that you'll use as the datums. With these finished faces down, start to mark up, trim and sand the blocks until they're a uniform size and shape. Once this has been done, work on the side profile for all of the billets. It's going to be far easier to do any trimming now rather than on multiple coasters later. For my coasters I'm just giving them a simple radii with a sander for a more pleasing profile. Once this has been done, the blocks can then be cut down into individual coasters. Be extremely careful whilst doing this and cut the slices just wider than you want the finished coaster to end up. At this stage the coasters could be left as is for a very rustic look, however I'll be taking these a lot further to fully finished. At a linisher, sand off both faces of the coaster. Now is a good time to re-square them up if they should have come out at slight angles. Depending on the look you're going for, you may also want to make stands for the coasters. In this instance I've just cut some short lengths of the scrap wood and then found some unloved aluminium welding rod. These can be quite easily bent up and then used as simple stands for the coasters. Once you have all the parts for this, the bases can be depth drilled to allow the welding rods to sit in. This is quite a visually effective but equally cheap way of building the coaster holders. Now that all the parts are ready, continue to sand with progressively finer grits of sandpaper until all of the parts are ready for finishes applied. When all of the parts are ready to have finishes applied, give them a good wiping down to make sure you've removed any excess dust that may be stuck in the pores of the wood. It's personal preference as to what finish you apply to the coasters, but here I've applied a hard wearing clear varnish. Clearly see the difference between the unfinished left and the varnished on the right, where it's bringing out the grain quite nicely. To give the coasters more of a professional look to them, I'll be giving them a thin cork base. To do this I'm first cutting a template smaller than the coaster, then using this as a cutting guide for all of the cork backings. This effect can be repeated for the bases of the coaster holders, however to make it a little easier I'm first gluing them down to the cork sheet, then trimming them flush. The thin layers of cork can now be glued underneath the coasters using either a contact adhesive or superglue. They help to raise the coaster slightly and make them look a lot more professionally made. Continue in this way with the rest of the coasters until you've finished the entire batch. When it comes to assembling the coaster holders, lightly key the end of the welding rod before gluing them into place. I'd advise doing this over the corner of something square, allowing you to properly line up the feet as you're gluing the welding rods into place. This will help keep everything aligned as the glue goes on. The laminated scrap wood coasters are now fully completed. These are a very good project to use up leftover odds and ends of wood and can create stunning results. These coasters are ideal for either giving as gifts, keeping around the home, or in this case going towards a fundraising effort.